When you think of survival horror and horror games, the point-and-click adventure genre doesn't really come to the forefront of our thoughts. But Harlan Ellison's short story that has been transformed into a game called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's set in a world where an evil computer AI, called AM conveniently enough, has destroyed all of humanity, leaving only 5 people left, which he tortures for all of eternity. Each survivor has a fatal flaw in their character. From these 5 survivors, you have Gorister. He's suicidal because his wife was committed and he's feeling that guilt. You have Benny, a man turned into an ape-like creature and can't stop eating, but he's incapable of chewing anything he finds. Ellen, who is paranoid of rape. Nimdok, who as an ex-Nazi physician, he's committed to doing medical experiment on helpless subjects. And finally you have Ted, the youngest of the group, who's full of paranoia. Each character has their own level, and the environments are very different, and they are all self-contained. Once you start with one character, you play through their whole level, and then you can move to the next. It's really about the atmosphere in this game, and I really want to hit home with that. When you're playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, you're being taunted by AM. There are some really gruesome things happening, and it's really not about scare tactics due to monster closets or jump scares. It's really the writing and just the atmosphere of a horror game that shines through in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Adventure games have it rough when it comes to horror, but really, you don't have a ton of control over your character. It's just pointing and clicking, and because this is an older game, you know, it came out in 1995, you don't have that same connection as, say, as a Silent Hill or even a first-person game like Condemned, but it does such a good job of presenting the player with these very disturbing situations and preying upon the fears, very real fears, of not only the characters in this game, but real fears that people have. So I'm sure as you play through I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, I'm sure as you play through this that you will feel one of these emotions. You'll feel and share one of these fears that each of these characters has. So go and try it. You can pick that up on goodoldgames.com. Go check it out. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Who knows? Maybe by the end of it, you'll be screaming, and you'll be thankful that you can.